you're able to see my screen. Right. So I'm creating a new package with CDC.
Actually, I'm not able to see it yet.
Okay. So I'm going to be create a package with package CDC automation.
Mm-hmm.
So, right. So we do have change data capture. We have multiple one. I'm going to be discussing the main one, ODA wait for data, wait for log data, and ODA wait for table.
Okay.
Right. And now, so the wait for data is it is going to be waiting for the data in a particular table. So how many records are there? Let's see, we do have an option. Let's see, if you'd like to start your job, that a job minimum should have at least 1 million records.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a scenario like that, in the ODA wait for data, we are going to be configure that. So this much records table should have, then only the job is going to be start. Till then, it's going to be in wait mode.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's see, we have multiple tables, right? So if you have multiple tables, then so the ODA wait for data should also handle those type of situations. So how that is going to be handled? There's a cumulative sum. There's a cumulative sum. We are going to be give a number of table names over there, and it is when it is running, it is going to be work everywhere. It is going to be checked for every table, and the cumulative sum should be 1 million. Let's see like this. So initially, talking about single set of record, the A table is going to be must have 1 million records. So in this case, situation, the job going to be succeed. Right. So the A table is going to be have 1 million records, and the status of job should be succeed. Now, the second situation. Now, so the ODA wait for data, the CDC one, ODA wait for data. It doesn't check for the table is going to be configured with the CDC. It check for a table which is going to be. Is it please go on mute? Yeah. So ODA wait for data is going to be checked whether the table is going to be have 1 million records. So obviously this keep an eye on that particular one. So within a poll interval, if you configure that, that is to take in milliseconds. If you configure 1000 seconds, that is a 1 second. It's a 10 seconds, 100 seconds, whatever the interval you're trying to ask for that. Just trying to keep within an interval, and it is going to be make a spy on that. It's going to be make a view on that and counts the records. This is the one scenario. Let's say you do have some 3 set of tables or many set of tables or views, whatever you want. Either table, either view also works. Okay, let's table or view. Okay, so let's see the final record, the cumulative sum should be 1 million again, and this table is going to be have some 0.7 million records. This table might be have 0.2 records, and this is going to be have 0.1 million. It doesn't care about the records available in the ABC table. It cares about the total number of records available in all the tables. Then it is going to be success. Then it will be success. Okay, and here also you can keep a pi on that. ODA wait for data. So how long do you want to wait? I mean, say for the poll interval. So it has to count the record, right? So every time it doesn't count the record, it is going to be wait for this time and it's going to count the records every time on the particular table. Now, let's go to ODA. So the ODA wait for data, when you click on over there, it's going to be showcase the properties. So with the context you are trying to run.
But now I have a question here. So whether it will the weight will be dependent on time or the number of records, because you are saying.
No, this is the poll interval. This is the poll interval. That's what I'm saying.
So after every 10 seconds, it will check whether the number of records are 1 million or not.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Right. See, this is the global row count, and this is the unit row count. So unit row count will applicable to the single table, and global row count will applicable to n number of tables. So wherever you want to keep that, if you have multiple tables here, the object type, okay, I'm sorry, the table name, then it is going to be global row count. And when you put the unit row count, that should be a single table. So the table type should be either table, just browsed over here, object type. I'm sorry.
So, you know, in CDC, basically what happens, let's say I included 2 tables in my, I added to my CDC, employee and department. So views are created, right? Whatever the new records are coming, that will go to the corresponding views. So yes. It will check on view or it will check on base table?
No, this is not belongs to the view. That's what I'm saying. This is not belongs to the table. We do have other toolbox, ODA wait for log data, what you're trying to ask. When I come there, I'll explain that.
Okay.
Okay. You set your logical schema where you're trying to check the data and polling it into common. So if you'd like to apply the filter on this particular column, let's say we have Scott, there we have employee table. Let's see the employee, I'm trying to get the records where employee salary greater than 3,000. You can apply your filter over here. The filter column you are trying to apply here, column and filter operator. Either the value is going to be less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, or less than or equal to, whatever the value you want. Okay, and filter variable. You can take the variable of that particular value from here. You can pass the value via variable. Else, if you'd like to pass a hard-coded value here, we do have a direct option, a SQL filter. Okay, just type salary greater than 1,000 or whatever you want. Don't put where clause, just apply a simple condition. Right. So the object type should be either view or table. See, the object type, a table or view, whatever it is. You can take both. Right. It is going to be placed as TRV, T comma V. So what's the table name? You can write your table name here itself. Okay. So I'm taking EMP table. Okay. Then see, we do have multiple options over here. So if you'd like to call a table starting name with EMP percentage, right? It will call the tables with a starting prefix of EMP and should be unique. This should be applicable for cumulative sum.
No, tell me this thing. You know, this is only applicable when we have enabled change data captured or journals on our source tables, right? Or it can, without that, it can also work.
It can applicable on anything. We haven't enabled, right, CDC so far.
So even if we have not added, like add to change CDC with that option we have not enabled on the table, even then it can be happen on any table. We don't need to apply. Okay.
Exactly. So this is the wildcard entry. Otherwise, if you like to have tables like, the tables, okay, you can put a comma between those both table names, and you can write your own table names here.
Okay.
Okay, we do have three options. What are the options you like? Okay, you can choose over here. I'm just trying to remove. I'm just taking EMP only, and just click on apply. I have taken global row count as 3. So, but this is not belongs to global row count, right? I'm going to be taking unit row count. Okay. If you need any SQL filter, you can apply your filter, and just click on save. Okay. So I'm just trying to run any of the mapping from here. Whatever any of the mapping. Let's see, this mapping is dependent on this ODA wait for data. Okay. So just click on save over here and just try to run. I hope it should be. What do you think? I think that should be complete. Failed. Okay, this one is failed. That's okay. Mapping is failed. See, this one is completed. So because the EMP table already have more than 3 tables. If you see, the EMP table is already have more than 3 tables. So can we go and place the option as 17 because we have 16 records, and we can think that should be wait. That should be in a wait mode. So just save it and try to run it. See, this is in wait mode currently. Okay, just I'm trying to refresh it. Okay, it doesn't complete until the record arrives. Okay, so let's insert a record in the table now. I'm trying to insert a record. So 1004. Teja is there, and job is ETL. Manager is same. Hire date, I'm trying to place everything over there. Salary is 4,000. Commission department number is 10. Okay, and just see, when I click on commit, that will become a 17th record, and this one is going to be success mode. Let's see. Just click on commit. Record is inserted. Just go back here and refresh it. See here, this one is complete. So you can wait for the data like this, whatever you want. Okay. So we can keep ODA in wait mode. Now, so the question you asked, going back to that question, so how that should be applicable in CDC. So the ODA wait for log data. Let's create a new package. Okay, so before going to be creating that one, so I need to start my journal, right? I need to start my journal. So I'm not going to be run that manually. So I'm going to be taking my EMP table to the package. When you click on a table, on the top right side, there is a data store check, the type option. Just expand it, and that should be generalizing data store. When you click over there, it is trying to showcase you the generalizing start and stop. Okay, so I'm going to be start my journal. Then I'm going to be add the subscribers. You can add your subscribers. Just click on add. So like this, you can add any number of the subscribers.
So what you are trying to say is we don't need to do last time what we did in the mapping, we did this option. So for that source. So what you are saying is we don't need to do it over there. We can directly do in the package.
This is the automation process, right? We are not going to be involving in the production. So when you need the generalizing option on the particular table, I'd like to go and run this particular package that will store the journal and keep it there. And then I'm going to create one more package which is going to be stop this journal. When I don't require, and I can remove the subscribers.
Okay.
Okay, we can select the options like this and we can automate, right, accordingly.
So my question is that, like, generally in production, what happens, like, so this package has to be scheduled, right? So my question is that, like, requirement is like that, whenever, let's say the requirement is whenever a new row is available in the source table, it should automatically, our mapping or package should execute and the row should be transferred to the target table, right? For example, let's say I am having employee table as the source, EMP table. So whenever a new row is coming into this table, automatically my mapping should start and it should go to the target table, correct?
Yes.
So how should I do that? How can I do that?
See, okay, I'm going to be just start my journal and see the table is available. A new column, a new record is available in the table. So the ODA wait for log data. I'm taking that. Just go for the OK option. Just connect both of them, right? And then ODA wait for log data. Just select the, when you select the here, it is going to be showcasing the properties. Just select those properties. Global, the global account is 1. So logical schema is Scott, and CDC time set unit row count I'm giving as 1. So you said 1, right? And the table name, I'm trying to give the table name EMP. So subscriber will be synopsis. I'm removing this global account. Okay, this is the one. Okay, so once this is there, I'm going to be, I'm taking one more expression. Let's see. Okay, so once you configure this one, when the first record is available in the journal, then it is going to be succeed, then it will start this particular mapping, right? Just click on save it here.
Now my the other question is, this is a package, right? We need to execute this package. Now what I want is, automatically whenever because I don't want to go into the system and every time I execute it. So what I want is every time a new row is available in the EMP table, without doing anything, it should automatically go to the target table, correct?
I think you need a real-time. We cannot kick off the job, right? You need a real-time job.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to understand, because every time I cannot just sit in the production system and keep on running packages. What I want is whenever, that's the purpose of automation. Like whenever a new records, let's say maybe not one record, maybe let's say 10 records. Whenever the count is 10, automatically this package should execute and my mapping should kick off and target data table should be populated. How will I do that?
There you need true, that's exactly. So there you need to kick off one script over there. And I mean, in a backend where you're trying to run, I think we do have options like the scheduling tool. We do have. I think in the backend we are going to be have like PMCMD command, right, in Informatica.
So tell me this thing, let's say whenever we automate, with the help of, let's say I have a load plan, okay? And I'm trying to schedule that load plan. So, and that load plan, how will that work? Because I cannot say, okay, run every 1 minute. Because now that load plan, I execute it, like say I schedule it, okay, run every 1 hour. Now that first job, it has executed now. Now it is checking for the records. Whether the records will be only 100, then only it will execute. Now there is the 100 count is not fulfilled in 1 hour. In the next hour, the job will start again, correct?
Yes.
So how will I do this? Because that is always the case in case of automation. Either you do it in the particular time, but when we are talking about change data capture, it means whenever the data is changed in my source system, we should execute the mapping and go to the target table. Otherwise, we don't need this option. If we have to, so that's why I'm trying to understand what is the purpose of this if we cannot automate.
True. You can do that. That's what I'm saying. You can do that. You just write Unix, say backend commands like this. You just try to execute a command select count query on this particular view. Okay. So when the count is greater than 0, you are going to be kick off the job from Unix. Like, informatically you have PM70 commands. Like, ODA, we have ODA start a scenario there. So during the process of that, when you're trying to execute, it is going to be run automatically. When it is running, trying to get the count of that count into a spool file, and we are going to be match that. If it is greater than 0, it is going to be kick off the job, and it is going to be it's a loop process, exactly what you are trying to do. Let's see here.
Yeah, so like what is this command? For example, I can create a cron job in Unix. Basically that cron job is like I can write a SQL query into it, and then SQL query is checking the count. The count will be checked on, let's say, view, because if I am putting my CDC, so data will get into the views, and then it can check, okay, whether the records are 100, I should execute my scenario load plan. So I mean, from Unix, what is how can we execute the package from the backend, or how can we execute the load plans?
We do have command for that. We do have command. I don't remember the command.
Okay.
I'll share you that in a mail. So how this can be done from the agent. The agent should run that. Not here. Agent will take care of that. So during runtime in the Unix, you're trying to connect to the ODA, and there agent. Then before connecting to the agent, kicking off the job, you're trying to get the count, and accordingly count is greater than 0. Then we are going to be start this job. As it is going to loop the process. Otherwise, you can schedule the cron job in Unix as you can loop the job continuously.
Now tell me actually, for example, again the same question. Let's say I put my cron job, and cron job is running, let's say, every 10 minutes, okay, or 15 minutes. Now in 15 minutes the scenario is started, and it is still loading the data. Now 15 minutes has passed and the job is not completed. Now again it will check the view. Now still more than 100 records are available. It will try to execute the same package again. But same package, I mean the same load plan is already executing. What it will do, the second instance of the package, what it will try to do, because
that won't be done exactly. Because the instance is already running, the second instance won't be done. That's why. Here you can loop the process. When you're kicking off the process, it is going to be wait for the process till complete, and again it is going to be kick off the job.
Okay, one more thing. For example, here let's say in my views, records are continuously adding because in the source tables, records are getting added. Okay, now I set it, okay, whenever you have 100 records, I should execute the mapping, correct? Now, because now mapping is getting executed, and in the meantime, some 10 more records are added to the source table. So, I mean, I'm trying to understand, what is the cutoff? Like every second one record is getting added. Now, or 10 records are getting added. Now it has started, let's say 100 record. Whenever your records are 100, my load plan should start. Okay, load plan will start, and now every time, every second 10 records are getting added. So it is executing, but still, so in the view, records are getting added. So when will it stop actually?
Yes. See, we do have option, that's a video option in the CDC tables, JRN subscriber and JRN date.
Okay. But it is happening on the same day because a date will be same for all the records.
That's right. When you're trying to see, the records usually come with the timestamp, right? Or the date.
Correct.
Okay. So when the timestamp is there particularly, so you can add a filter. When you're trying to kicking off the job, you should get this value over there, and you should get the timestamp of that particular value, and you can pass the value during the runtime.
So,
how you can pass? by using a
Basically,
wait.
what you are saying is, let's say currently I'm 100 records and the last record has some timestamp maybe right now, you know, some 10:48, the seconds and all those things. So when I'm running my load plan at that point of time, it should place a filter on the view that, you know, where the date is less than all these dates, take those
Yes,
records.
yes.
And how will I do that basically in the scenario? Because you know what I need to do is
I
I
showed you,
need
right?
to,
Yeah,
yeah.
I showed you the general subscriber.
Yeah, general subscriber you showed me. Filter for
Then
the
we have
date.
then we
Yeah,
have
I
ungeneralized
remember you showed me.
date.
Correct. So that date basically I need to take the sys date. So tell me this thing. The sys date will have also will contain the complete timestamp like up to seconds and all those things, or it
Yes,
will be just date.
it should have, right?
I'm trying to understand because it will be just date or with the exact timestamp. Like sys date contain the whole thing, or do we have any command like sys timestamp or something?
Let's see. We do have that. I believe we do have that. State. Right. We can get that value.
Hmm.
The properties are not opening.
Actually, I got it. So basically, every time it will run, it will check or in the view wherever it is less than or equal to sys date, it will capture only those records, and those records will be removed from the view. And the second time when I will run my load plan, it will take the latest records only.
Yes, yes. See, the way what I try to show you is the one. If you have any better idea, see, as an instructor, I'm trying to show you this is the view, this is the way you can do that. But you can achieve by using multiple scenarios in the during runtime. Just giving an overview of that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's not showing the properties. Okay. So clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just saving this package now. So okay, let's execute now. And before that, let's go and see if we can have any views here. Yeah, we do have views. I'm going to be dropping the views. Let's drop them. Otherwise, I think this is configured as part of. I'm going to be drop the channel. I'm going to be CDC, remove from CDC. Just look at over here, refresh, refresh. Okay, now I don't have any views. Okay, now let's run your package now. That should create a CDC with a synopsis subscriber, and then it should wait for one data. I'm sorry, one record. Then it will run this particular mapping.
I think
Just click on
this mapping has nothing. I think if we take a real-time mapping, which is working, we will be able to see. Oh no, it has actually. Yes, yeah, employee expression. Okay, sorry.
yeah. So I just started it. Just go to the operator. Let's see. It is in wait mode. A CDC is completed. So just go back here and just refresh your views. The two views are available.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and refresh it here, and $EMP available. Now,
So
so when
basically, when it means we don't need to apply those add to CDC everything in the source tables or in the while creating the mapping, we can directly do it in the load package, correct?
yes,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Okay.
Now I'm trying to insert or update a record in the EMP table. Okay, I'm
Right.
trying to
And
update a record.
one more
Yeah.
question here. When you are creating this package, so let's say you added that subscriber synopsis. So all the rows which are created for synopsis will be consumed only by this package, correct?
No, not only by this, not by the package, the mapping. In the mapping, we are going to be showcase the right the subscriber. It can
Correct.
mention.
Okay.
It can consume.
Okay.
So I'm changing his commission and just click on commit. Okay, now the report is available and just go and refresh it here. Right. So now it will, when the first record is available, that will automatically complete. And see that JB EMP that has the record. Okay, so if you have many records, you can configure those all the records over here in the properties. Okay, so it's all the your count. Okay, so now how the ODA wait for table works. So ODA wait for table is going to be work out. Let's see, package ODA wait for table and so CDC. Okay, so the naming convention simply saying that it is going to be wait for the table and it is going to be wait how till the number of records are available which we want. Let's see here. So ODA wait for table. Okay, and when you click on that, the properties show you like this: the context, global, and the global row count. Right. I'm going to be taking it as 1, and logical schema I'm taking as ODA target, and polling interval table name. So which table you want to see here? Let's see, I'm going to be check for a table temp underscore EMP.
I mean, are we saying is the table available or the data in the table
Yes.
available? What we
Table available. Table available. Table
it
should be there.
Table should be there, whether it has data or not, that's not a problem.
No, table should be available and the count also.
Okay, okay.
So once the table is available, we have to check for the count also.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just saving it. So let's see. See the polling interval. So this is 1 second. It is trying to check or recheck for that if it is available or not. Okay, I'm trying to expanding this option. It's 10 seconds, 100 seconds. I just given 100 seconds. Okay, or 150 seconds. You should wait for 150 seconds and see, just run it. So meanwhile, we have to create a table. Okay, the backend ODA target. So we have to create table temp underscore EMP. So employee number, wildcat 2 of 30, e-name, salary. Right, just execute it. Right, my table is created. Just go and check in ODA. That won't be succeed. Now let's insert a record in this particular table. If I'm to insert a record with a value 1 and AB name is DWBIADDA, salary is 5,000. Now just apply it and go and check it here. It will wait for 150 seconds and it will run that. It will wait for 150 seconds and then it will check on that particular schema and check for whether the table is available or not. Then it check for the count. Okay.
So how can we see that it is still waiting? Because we don't see the steps in topology, right?
See, the symbol is waiting. This symbol is waiting.
Which symbol is waiting? The green one is
in the,
completed, right? Achha, okay, yeah, this is running actually. And
yeah,
then
this one.
the right symbol is basically completed. Okay.
Yeah, 150 seconds only. Okay, so that's all I have. So I remember we do have components which I left, so very requested. So I'll go and schedule a session on Tuesday or Wednesday, and
Okay.
I'll complete those components.
Okay, fine, no problem.
Yeah, see, this is completed once
Okay.
that is available.
Okay.
Okay, so I remember we do have components. I'll complete those components, and if you have any questions, meanwhile, just send a mail to those team. They'll ask me, and I'll get reply to your mail.
Sure, sure, sure. I will just